There we go. So yes, because of the heat, we'll lean more into those more mindful movements of moving slowly, steadily, but really noticing how we feel, which can be really good for our bodies physically, but also can really help to support our minds. Because when we're inviting our mind to be in the moment, so for example, as we stretch our arms to really notice how that feels around our shoulder, perhaps. We're inviting our mind to be really present. It's focusing on the shoulder, it's focusing on how that feels, and then it's not off thinking about lots of other things. But also just to normalize that the mind will wander all the time. That's very normal, it's very natural, that's okay. And we can gently, kindly bring it back to the present moment. So sometimes we use our movement to focus the mind, sometimes we use our breath. We can use a combination of the two. So we'll continue to work with that today, if that's all right with everyone. But so wonderful to see you all, and I really appreciate you coming to share this time with me on a Tuesday morning. So we'll just start with our nice cooling breath that we did last week. So for anyone that wasn't here last week, we're going to actually breathe in through the mouth. But what we're going to do, if you can, is roll your tongue. So we sort of stick the tongue out and then roll the tongue. And then we breathe in, but we're breathing that air in through the rolled tongue. And that helps to just chill the air, cool the air. Now, not everyone can roll their tongue, and that's okay if you can't. Just stick the tongue out a little bit. Oh. I can roll mine, so just naturally do it, but I'm trying not to roll it. And more sort of draw the air in that way. So it feels a little bit funny. It might give you a little bit of dry mouth. You might need a drink, but if we just give that a go for a few breaths, so rolling the tongue if you can, and breathing in nice and steadily into the mouth, and then a nice big breath out through the nose. Okay, so we're going to keep doing that and just notice, how does this feel for you this morning? Nice big breath out. Okay, so a few more like this and just see how this feels. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can do what we normally do, breathing in the nose, out through the mouth. But this is a specific breath to help to cool the body down a little bit. So let's just do two more of them. One more nice big breath in through the mouth. And then we let that breath go. Lovely. And then just take a drink if you need one, because it might make your mouth feel a little bit dry. But just wanted to share that breath with you again. So perhaps that's a breath you can do through the week if you feel like you need to, feeling a bit warm. Okay. So that's a breath to cool the body. The breath that we're going to do now is to just settle the body, settle our nervous system a little bit. So we're sort of going to do a bit of a reverse of what we've just done. So now we're going to breathe into the nose, long breath out through the nose. So breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Two more like this, breathing in, breathing out. Just let the body settle. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Now we're going to continue with this in-breath, breathing in through the nose. Then we're going to open our mouth and take a really nice long breath out through the mouth. You just let that natural breath be as long as it is. Don't force it, don't push it. Breathing in again through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just taking a few more breaths like this. in your own time. Nice breath in through the nose. Really let that breath go now out through the mouth. When we sigh, that really helps to settle our nervous system. So 2 more like this, but really sighing out this time. Breathing in, sighing that breath out. Breathing in, sighing that breath out. Nice, everyone. And then just take a moment here to just check in with yourself. You can perhaps let those eyes close or soften. Just take a moment here to notice anything you notice. Perhaps notice how the body's feeling today. Lovely. And then before we come to our movement, just going to do another little breath together. So for this breath, we're going to inhale in 3 parts. So firstly, we're going to inhale here, deep down into the belly, and we're going to do a little, almost a little sniff of air in through the nose. So like this. Then we're going to focus on this middle part of the tummy and breathe into this bit with a little sniff of air in. And then we're going to come up to the chest and we breathe in here. And then we open the mouth. So it's 3 breaths in, lower belly, middle belly, chest, and big breath out. Okay, so you might like to have one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Just imagine you're breathing in. If this feels too much at any time, just let that breath go and return to your natural breath. So I'm going to guide you through, but if my pace doesn't feel right for you, again, you can adjust it, do what you need. Okay, so when you're ready, take a little sip of air into the lower belly, little sip of air into the middle belly, little sip of air into the chest, big breath out. Little breath in, little breath in, little breath in. Open the mouth. Little breath in, little breath in, little breath in. Open the mouth. Really nice, everyone. I'm going to do 3 more. Little breath into that lower belly. Little breath into the middle belly. Little breath into the chest. Open the mouth. Little breath in. Little breath in. Little breath in. Open the mouth. 2 more. Little breath in. Little breath in. Little breath in. Open the mouth. 1 more little breath in. Little breath in. Little breath in. Open the mouth. Really sigh it out. Really nice, everyone. Then just let that breath go. Return again to your natural breath. And just take a moment here to notice anything you notice. Perhaps again, let those eyes soften or close. Just notice how you're feeling on this Tuesday morning. And the reason that I've just shared that last breath with you is we have a nerve in the body called the vagus nerve. It's a large nerve in the body that is communicating between the body and the brain. And it also connects into our nervous system. So when we breathe like that, it almost massages that nerve and it helps the body to settle physically, emotionally, mentally. So just thought I would share that breath with you this morning. So let's start to bring in a little bit of movement. So let's start with the shoulders, doing some really lovely slow movement here. So today we're moving really slowly, really mindfully. So how does it feel as you really take those shoulders up? Really let those shoulder blades go back behind you, almost squeezing them a little bit together. Okay, so lifting those shoulders up towards the ears, squeezing those shoulder blades back and down. Lifting up, squeezing those shoulder blades back and down. Really nice, everyone. So we're just going to bring our awareness here as we do these shoulders to our upper back. Okay, I'm just going to come to the side to show you. So this bit up here, sort of up back of our body, our shoulder blades, we're really going to squeeze them back behind us. So we're sort of activating those muscles. This helps with our shoulders, with our shoulder mobility, also helps us strengthen our upper back. Lovely. And as we do this, as we squeeze those shoulder blades that are like this, as we squeeze them back and down, also going to find a little bit of a lift through the chest. So as we draw those shoulder blades back and down, let's just see if we can lift up through this chest space. So again, this can help to support us when perhaps in our posture we may have been a little bit more rounded like this. And again, when we round like this sends signals to our body to say, or to our brain to say, oh, we need to be on alert because we're not feeling, very safe right now because our body's sort of like this. So when we open up through the body more and we open through those shoulders, it can really help to calm and settle the body. Lovely. And then if you want to, depending on how you're feeling, we can start to use those arms a little bit. And as we use those arms, it might feel a little bit harder, might feel a little bit more effort in the shoulders. So see what you need and just take this at your pace today, as we always do, and really adapt things to how you're feeling. Lovely. So we might do some really big circles now, if that feels good for you. We have been doing this for a little bit now, so the shoulders might start to be feeling a little bit achy. So just notice, can we keep going for a few more breaths, or do we need to stop? If we need to stop, then stop and pause. If actually it's feeling a bit achy, but we think we can keep going, let's just do a few more, because that just gently extends our window of tolerance and extends what feels good for us. Nice. Let's do one more. Really reaching up, stretching these arms really nice and wide. Lovely. Let them come back down by your side. And then have a little wiggle. I'm just going to take some water. Probably be drinking a lot because gets thirsty speaking. Lovely. So yeah, give those shoulders a little wiggles. Maybe we can almost just let those arms go a little bit. Relaxing down through the body, through the arms. Nice. And then coming back to center. So I'm just going to stay here another couple of moments and then I'll go back to my chest. So we're going to do a little bit more on the shoulders. There's a few options here. So we can bring, our hands up to our shoulders and we can do some circles one way and then the other. So perhaps we start off with this. We just did a lot of backward circles earlier, so perhaps doing a few forwards. Oh, just let this person in. So keep going. Lovely. And then if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, we're going to take those arms wider. So again, just do this. Don't do this because you think you should. Just do this if you want to, if your body's feeling like it today. And just see if you can make those circles really small. And if we do make them really small, that's really going to start to get into those shoulders. So we want to have a little bit of engagement here in our tummy to support our upper back. We want to really be aware of those shoulder blades that we're moving. And wherever you are, really reach for your fingers if you've got your arms out wide like this. And we're going to take 3 breaths, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in, breathing out. Ugh. That felt hard for me. I don't know how it felt for you guys. So again, give them a little shake off. Just releasing through those shoulders. So I'm going to just move back to my chair now. Bring my water with me. Okay. Just have a little drink if you need one. Lovely. So let's get our spines. Hope you can all see me. Okay. I know I'm a little bit darker back here. There we go. It's better. I've got the blinds shut, so to keep the sunlight out. Okay, so we're going to move through our spine movements now. So I'm just going to show you on the side of the chair. So we're going to take a nice bit of length up through the spine and the crown of the head. Hands are on the legs. We're going to inhale, slide the hands forward, tuck the chin to the chest. And then we exhale, lift up through the chest, stretch the arms back behind you. So hands on the legs, inhale, reach those arms forward. Exhale, reach those arms back. So hands on the legs. Inhale, slide those hands forward, tuck the chin to the chest, reach through the fingertips, and then exhale, lifting up, finding this lovely stretch here through the body. Reach with those fingertips. Hands on the legs, slide them forwards, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale, lifting through the chest, reaching the fingertips back. Nice. Going to do two more like this. Reach with those fingertips, really round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale, take those arms back behind you, reach with those fingers, squeeze those shoulder blades. So like we were doing at the beginning, give those shoulder blades a nice squeeze at the top of the back. Hands on the legs, slide them forward, reach with those fingertips. Exhale, reach back with these fingertips here. Lift that chest, squeeze those shoulder blades. So we're really going to notice this. We're going to take 3 breaths being here. So reach back with those fingers, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. One more, breathing in, breathing out. There we go. Let that go. Give those arms a nice little swing. So you've done quite a lot now with the shoulders and the upper back, really getting those shoulder blades working. So now having a little shuffle back, maybe planting the soles of the feet here. So we've got that nice grounded surface. We're going to cross the arms over on the chest and then take a little twist to one side, back through center, and a twist to the other side. So in your own time, gently twisting from side to side. And what we want to do here, so this is getting some rotation through our spine, working these sort of oblique muscles here in the tummy. So again, we're going to move slowly, but really mindfully, really feel that squeeze as you go to the side. You might be drawing your belly button in a little bit to your spine. Just engaging through the tummy a little bit. But we keep the knees and the legs facing forward. So if we find that we're doing this, we're going a little bit far to the side, okay? Or if we find that we go like this and our hips are dropping, we're moving, we're trying to twist too far. So keep the feet planted, keep the knees in front, twist to the side, and we just want to be feeling it here, possibly in the lower back as well. Okay, so back through center and then to the other side. And I can feel I'm like pressing my feet into the ground a little bit as I do this, which keeps me nice and stable, nice stable base through my feet, through my legs. But I'm moving my spine. So some spine rotations are really great for us. Lovely. Doing one more on each side. Don't rush, take your time. Lovely, and then coming back to center. Have a little pause here, have a drink. Hopefully you can all feel that. So like I say, we're not going to be doing loads of up-tempo movement today because of temperature, but we're going to move really mindfully and really feel that engagement in the muscles. Okay. So we're going to stick with that sort of movement, but we're just going to sort of build on it a little bit. So if this feels good for you and you want to stick like this, please do so. Or we can reach with the arm. Now again, we want to ground through the feet, keep the legs facing forward, and get this movement still through the sides of our tummy. So again, I'm not just like reaching with my shoulder, I'm more reaching round. Okay, so we want to twist this whole torso round, or not the whole torso, but what I mean is it's coming from here, the movement. Yeah, really nice, everyone. Keep those feet and legs facing forward, facing towards me, and it's our spines that are rotating us. And just see if you can feel it a little bit more now that we're reaching with that arm. And again, we're not going to force it, but we're just seeing if maybe we can just get a little bit more rotation. Lovely. Let's do one more on each side. And then come back to center. Nice, everyone. Whew, okay, it's so warm, isn't it, when we're getting moving? So from here, we're going to do more of a sort of a side stretch. So if it's comfortable for you to take your arm up, again, ground through the feet. We're going to keep nice and stable in our lower body. And we're more reaching up and over. So we don't end up going like this and lifting off the chair, but it's more of an up and over movement. So we feel a nice stretch down here. Okay, so just do whichever arm feels comfortable for you first, and then bring that one back down. Swapping arms over, so an upward and slightly over movement. So we've got this nice stretch down here, and then coming back down. So up to you. You can reach and you can really hold and pause, or if you want to, you can just do it a little bit faster. So we're not going to get really quick. But if you'd rather move with a little bit more pace, you can do. But also remembering that if we pause and we really hold it and we focus on that stretch, in the side of the body, that can feel really good too. So just do a few more of these. One more on each side. Lovely. And then come back to center. Take another drink if you'd like to. Okay, so coming back to the hands and the fingers now, we're going to interlace those fingers. We can keep the shoulders down, the elbows down, or we can lift them if we want to work the shoulders a little bit more. So we're drawing those hands in and out. Fingers in and out. Just getting this movement through the hands and the fingers, taking 3 breaths, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in, breathing out. Nice. And then draw the hands apart and then crossing the fingers over. So I'm now putting my other index finger at the top and drawing them in and out. If it feels too much on the shoulders, we have already done quite a lot, you can drop them down. That'll just give them a little break. Wherever you are, we're going to do 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Nice, everyone. Let those arms go. Give them a nice little shake. Okay. Give those shoulders a little roll. So now we're going to just have a little shuffle forwards on our chair, round through our feet, hands on our legs. We're going to find that nice length up through the spine and the crown of the head. So lengthening up, almost like we're just growing a little bit through the spine. And then we are going to do some circles. So again, doing these really nice and slow and steady. Really noticing how this feels in the lower back. Perhaps having a little bit of engagement in the tummy just to support us here as we move. Going in one direction and then the other. I can definitely feel this in my lower back. So if you find a little spot that feels good, you can always pause there. You can lean into it, really breathe into that part. Lovely. And then making your way back to center. So from here, we're going to take the knees a little bit wider. So we've got the feet a little bit wider. We might want to just shuffle back in our chair a little bit. And then I'm going to bring my right hand to my right leg. And I'm just going to start to slide my right hand down towards the floor. Now, we may or may not get towards the floor. Now, I've got some blocks here. And maybe next time, if you've got like a book or a cushion or anything like that, you can always use that and place your hand on it. And then we take the other arm up in the air for a nice stretch. The hand might come down to the floor, I don't know. I like to use my block. If that feels too much, rest your elbow on your leg and we're going to stretch the other arm up to the sky. Nice, everyone. Come back to center. So we're going to go to the other side now. So left hand, just start to slide it down. See where it comes to. Might come to a block, cushion. It might come to the floor. And then take that other arm up behind you. Again, if that doesn't feel okay, you can rest the elbow on that left leg. Reach that right leg up, or you might have come right down to the floor. Give it a go. See what feels good. Nice. Coming back up. We're going to do that again on the other side. So right arm goes down. It might come to the floor. It might not. You might find a block, a cushion, anything to place that hand on. Take the other arm up. So we're just having a nice stretch down the side of the body. Here. Going the other way. So left arm down now. Block. A book, a cushion, a table, little, I suppose you don't get a table that little, do you? Anything really is what I'm trying to say. A saucepan, could bring that next week and have that to lean on. Lovely. And coming back up. So just a few little different stretches there. So we're going to come down now to the feet. So just start to just bring those feet back in a little bit and start to come up onto the toes and back onto the heels. So really noticing our feet now. Give those toes a good wiggle. Really waking them up. And stretch that right leg out. We'll just do one leg at a time today, unless you really want to do both, and then go for it. So stretch that right leg out. We can perhaps feel this muscle here working now. Point and flex his foot. Have we ended up like I did, sitting like this? Can we just find that little bit of length? Lovely. Changing legs, so reaching the left leg away now. Point and flex that foot. Plant that foot down. Right leg away. Doing some circles now with that right leg. Then changing legs, so bringing that right one down, some circles with the left foot. And then bringing that one down. So then from here, we're going to stretch both legs away now in front of us. So lifting both legs up, sending those feet towards me, toes up to the sky, hands down by the side of the body. And then we're going to inhale, reach those arms up, stretching up here, and then exhale, bring them down. And do that one more time. Inhale, take those arms up, press those feet towards me. Exhale, bring those arms down. Lovely. Bring those feet back down, give them a little shake. And we're going to do the same again with the legs, but just do something slightly different with the arms. So with the arms this time, we're going to press them away. So we sort of look like that from the side, but with our legs out. Okay, so reach those legs up towards me. Flex the feet, really point those toes up towards the sky. Send those hands towards me now. So we've got that nice length through the arms. I'll show you on the side. And we're going to take 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Let those legs come down. Lovely. We're going to get a little bit more stretch now down this right leg. So reach that right leg away. So again, I've shuffled forwards on my chair. I'm going to draw those toes up towards me. I'm going to take a little twist, turn my torso towards that right leg. Now, we can stretch the arms up and we can come down to a forward fold, or if that feels too much on your back, just let your hands sort of reach down. You can rest them on your leg. We don't have to touch our toes. We're not trying to do that necessarily unless you find that super easy, and then go for it. But we're trying to create this stretch down the back of the leg, okay? So we can reach with the hands. Now, again, this is where if you had a saucepan or something like that that you wanted to lean on, this is where I use my blocks and I can just use them to support me, okay? But we don't have to have anything like that. It's just if you happen to have that sort of thing, or like I say, or 2 solid books that you can have down, and then we can place the hands on there to just stretch the back. So I'm feeling this in my lower back, I'm feeling this down my right leg. Lovely. And then lifting back up. Now what we're going to do here with the right leg now is just turn that right leg out about 45 degrees and then lift and lower that right leg. But see if we can do it from this hip socket. You might want to shift back in your chair a little bit so you've got a little bit more of a strong base. We lift and lower this leg, but from this hip socket. Okay, so that's what's working now. If that feels too much, you can do some stretches from the knees if that feels better for you. Really nice. A few more here. This one I always find quite hard. So if you're finding it hard, it can feel quite hard to lift up from that hip socket. Nice. Okay. Draw that right leg in. Let's do that on the other side. So stretch the left leg away. Draw those toes towards you. Find that nice length up through the spine. So this in itself is a stretch, and this might feel enough for you today. If you want to, you can take the arms up, reach up here, find that forward fold. So again, we're not trying to touch the toes, but when I go down like this, that increases that stretch. This is what it would look like if you had some support there for you, or you can rest your hands on your leg. So whatever feels right for you. And then take a few breaths here. Lovely. And then when you're ready, coming back up. And then moving this left leg now from this hip socket. So shuffle back in your chair if you need to. Lengthen that left leg and lift and lower from this hip socket here. Two more. There we go. Drawing that leg back in. Nice, everyone. Give those legs a little shake. Have a drink. I'm just going to do a couple more stretches before we finish. So you might want to shuffle forwards on your chair a little bit. Just let those knees gently move from one side to the other. So again, this is just stretching the hips a little bit. Now, if you want a little bit more stretch, you can drop one knee down towards the ground, engaging the glute, stretching the glute, and then coming back up and over. Okay, so taking this side to side. Lovely. One more on each side. And then coming back to center. So now we're going to take that right leg, just taking it to the side a little bit. We're going to lengthen that left leg away. So we find that nice stretch down the left leg. We're going to reach our arms wide, reach through the fingertips, look to your right hand. And we're going to take 3 breaths, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Bring that right arm onto the right leg. We're going to take a nice lean here to the side if that feels okay. If it's too much with the arm, you can keep the arm down and find that lean. Really stretch here through those fingertips. Plant that left heel so you've got that lovely line through the body to find this really nice stretch. Nice, everyone. Let's take 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Draw that back up. We're going to bring the left knee in now. So bend that left knee, stretch that right leg away this time. Plant that heel, draw those toes up towards you. Arms go wide. Look to the left. We're going to take 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Release that left arm down, sorry, onto the left leg. And you can lean and find that stretch, or you can really reach with the fingertips on that right hand now. Reach, 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 plant those toes. See what feels good for you. We're going to take 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Releasing that back down, drawing those legs in, having a little roll of the shoulders. Have a little wriggle, a little stretch through the body. There we go, everyone. There's our practice for today. Thank you so much for joining me. It is so warm, so really appreciate you all being here. And have a wonderful week. And I really look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you, everyone. If you're here, and if not, I'll see you the week after, Kay and John. Take care. Thanks so much. Bye.